welcome back to another episode of Critical Affection, where we affectionately criticize the pop culture that we love. I am joined by my co-hosts, as per the usual, Brian and Amanda. I'm Sarah. I didn't say that part. And we have a repeat guest back for to talk about some very important things. Steph, welcome, Steph. And today we're doing in the effort to answer an age-old question, we are doing a double feature. And that question is Die Hard a Christmas movie? And we're contrasting it. We're contrasting it against a movie called Love Hard, which I have thoughts about. So, without further ado, Steph, before we get into this, how did the holiday market go?
It went really well. Oddly enough, we found that there's like a niche market for trading cards, which we've always done and always offered. And they've always done well on our Kickstarter campaigns. And they've done well when we've done in-person shows. But for whatever reason, on BackerKit, people were kind of like going crazy for the trading cards. So
very cool.
That ended up being like our highest seller of commodity with that. So it went well. We did not know what we were getting into when it came to BackerKit.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first time we've done that. We've done, I think, 11 or so campaigns with Kickstarter. So it was brand new for us.
Yeah. But I found myself being the one that a lot of people ask questions of because I've done a campaign on there before, and I was like, I'm not used to being the one who knows the most, you guys. This is weird.
Oh, no. We were like, what do you do? And there are like some slight differences between the two, but we enjoyed it. It was fun, and we discovered that there's a lot of people that are collectors of trading cards, so it was great. Ended the day a few hours ago, and so we did well.
Excellent. Yeah, so it's a little late for us to promote it on here, but at least we can say congratulations on a successful holiday market.
Yeah, thank you. Of course.
So, okay, so that being said, I don't really have a lot of news for us to report. We kind of, we got a lot of shit going on, but it's all kind of behind the scenes at this point yet, so we'll have to wait till probably after the first of the year before we have anything really cool to report. So let's just get into it. We're doing a double feature here. Now, I've seen Die Hard 10 million times, probably. I had never seen Love Hard. At Amanda's recommendation and Steph's urging, we did this. We put it together to do a double feature here. And yes, Die Hard is mentioned several times in Love Hard. And so the debate there with one of the characters there very emphatically says that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. And I mean, you could be wrong about that. That's fine. But I think at the end of the we need to talk about our opening thoughts about these movies first. But we also need to talk about what the hell is a Christmas movie, because I would argue if we're going by the standard metrics, then neither of these are Christmas movies. So let's start with our opening thoughts. And Steph, since you are our guest, you can go first.
Well, as you can see, I am a major Die Hard fan. I have a Die Hard shirt here. It's my favorite Christmas movie, so of course I consider it a Christmas movie. Doesn't mean that I don't love other Christmas movies, but my parameter for what is a Christmas movie is it set during Christmas? Does it invoke Christmas feelings, whether it is warm and fuzzy, or in Die Hard's case, might be the opposite of that, but it's still set during Christmas. That's all. I'm not strict on it, and it's set on Christmas Eve during a Christmas party, so it works for me. So it's one of my favorite movies. I love it. Love Hard is a movie I'm not as familiar with. I will be completely honest. I did read a synopsis of it, and it's set during Christmas. I can tell that. I will need to see it on my own, and I did not get a chance to see it, but I did kind of read enough about it to understand. And it's modern.
Mm-hmm.
Times of modern dating, I guess.
Right,
So,
right.
yeah.
Very much so. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Amanda, what are your opening thoughts about this?
I think that both movies can qualify as a Christmas movie because a Christmas movie is one that you would like to watch during the Christmas period as a part of your Christmas or winter holiday experience. That means that pretty much any movie may or may not be a Christmas movie for you. It is an individual choice based on tradition and like where you emotionally anchored on something one time, what have you. There's many ways to go about it, but it's also both movies are thematically Christmas. They are set during Christmas. They have Christmas decorations. They have references to different Christmas songs, etc. So it has a infusion of Christmas throughout the movie as well. One is a rom-com and one is a gritty action 80s movie. So they have other things going on as well.
Yes. Brian, thoughts?
And to be contrarian, I don't think Die Hard is a Christmas movie because Christmas is a small part of the plot and theme. So I don't think that allows it to qualify as a Christmas movie. The central theme is action, not
What percentage has to be Christmas before you'll let it through?
51%. Sarah?
I think that they are both Christmas movies. I have always thought that Die Hard is a Christmas movie. And I agree with Amanda. If you want to watch it at Christmas time, then it's a Christmas movie. And
And I'm not arguing that.
And I was expecting Love Hard to be better based on
Oh no, I set your expectations wrong.
what y'all thought, what y'all like, because it is a kind of formulaic rom-com, but it is a pile of hot steamy garbage.
Oh wow.
And I hated it. So I love Josh's family in there. Like, they were cute. But I did like the premise, the plot line. I did not like this. I did not like this movie. I did not like. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about what I did not like. But as far as like, regardless of whether you think that Die Hard is a Christmas movie, I guess let's talk about that one first because it's older. It's a classic, and it overcame some pretty interesting obstacles. Like, we should not have gotten the movie that we got. Like, the movie that we got is surprisingly good, given they were doing shit like writing each page of the script at, like, the day before they were using it. Like, it had no time to go through a million sets of eyes, which is probably a good thing. Like, you've seen what kind of shit gets churned out when too many hands are in the kitchen, right? Like, there's too many people rewriting and rewriting and rewriting. Hey. All right. Sir.
That's what we're here for.
Right.
Sheldon.
Yes.
Martin
I'm like,
finally a channel willing to give the hard takes.
what are we gonna do if Sheldon can't come to a show and there will be nobody to give us the puns? Like, then we'll have to rely on Brian. Anyway. So yeah, like, Die Hard should, and like, there was a lot of, from what I understand, a lot of fighting with the cast. Like, I watched that Netflix Movies That Made Us thing about Die Hard, and they were like, they wrote each page of script the night before they used it. Nobody wanted Bruce Willis to be the lead. They thought he was a comedy guy, not an action guy, which is hilarious given now, like, that's all he is an action guy. Alan Rickman had never been in a movie before, and oh my god, just so many things were working together, right?
His career after that,
Right? Yeah, he was an actor already.
Yeah.
But in theater, like, which is a totally different beast. Even I know that. So yeah, like, the thing, like, I am not saying that this is like a perfect masterpiece of a movie or anything, because it's not. Every movie has its flaws. But it's a amazing movie for what it was given. You know, like, it was given so many chances. Like, there was so many it should have failed. It should have failed, and it didn't. And that's interesting to me. Nobody here that would be like a pun to the face, right? That's what I'm talking about. So, what do we like about... I guess we'll start with Die Hard because we were just talking about Die Hard. What do we like about Die Hard? What are our favorite things about Die Hard? Amanda?
I mean, I don't know. It's not a very good movie. It's actiony, so if you like action, there's lots of blood and violence and some cursing.
The quipping is pretty
I
good,
liked
right?
that the way it was shot was a little more gritty, and especially like it seems like nowadays the cursing is sometimes a little more stylized, whereas in one point Bruce Willis just mutters a curse, and it's a much more natural delivery than you get with some of the more modern movies, where it's got to be a catchphrase kind of curse or otherwise work something in.
What do you like about the movie, Brian?
Well, as Sheldon pointed out, there was a little bit of topless nudity, so it has everything an action film from the 80s should have. Is explosion, guns, boobs. I think that's the entire checklist.
What more do you need? Hapless cops, which
Maybe
it's got too. So
maybe a plot.
I mean, the plot is there. It's very
You
thin.
can go either way.
Very
It's
thin.
the 80s.
But yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, at least at any given day, at least 60% of those people were doing coke while they were making that movie. So there's, like, technically there's a plot. Technically there's a plot. Is it a great one? But
Gunman explodes things. There we go. There's
what
the
do you like
synopsis
about
for Die Hard.
What do you like about the movie, Steph?
I mean, it's quintessential 80s action movie. What else do you expect? Are you expecting, an Oscar-worthy movie that is worthy? I mean, you gotta go with what it was at the time. And just kind of keep your parameters that way when you are talking about whether it's a good or not good movie. But it is a classic. It's a guy that is, it's John McClane, and he is kind of this regular tough guy, but he wants his wife back. And he flies across the country, and he doesn't like to fly. And they put that out there in the beginning. He's afraid of all of this silly stuff, even though he's a tough New York cop. Goes to his wife's Christmas party to try to win her back. Gets caught up in this crazy terrorist scheme. And the thing is when you're watching an action movie like this, do you want there to be a complicated plot? Do you? Or do you want it to be just what are you are you expecting? It's an action movie from the 80s. What are you expecting? You're expecting Shakespeare? No. Okay? It's going to be guns, like you said. It's going to be guns. It's going to be terrorists. It's going to be that. If you expect anything higher than that, that's not the movie's fault. That's your fault for expecting a Shakespearean sonnet. When it's just an 80s action movie starring Bruce Willis with terrorists and a high rise. What more?
Counterpoint.
What do you expect?
Die Hard 3 had a lot of plot. They showed a lot more of what was going on with the heist, the intricacies of what was going on there, and that was great. That was better for it.
But I will say,
Also, Sheldon said the
character
barefoot thing was
development.
very visceral, which I agree with.
Yes, the barefoot thing I actually was going to cite.
I learned from that movie, and I've done that before. But the point is that there are some character arcs. There is a, he's trying to redeem himself back to his wife, or his soon-to-be ex-wife, or estranged wife at the time. And then there's this friendship that develops between him and, Reginald Balderi's character, who is the LA cop, and he's, Bruce Willis is a New York cop, and they go back and forth. And by the time you get to the end, spoilers, that they meet face to face, you're you should be happy about that. If you're not, then I don't know I don't know what to tell you.
You have a cold dead heart.
That is the heartwarming moment. Because
Yeah, that was an extremely tender, well shot moment.
that's a friendship between two people who are trying to help each other out, that understand each other in a way that we couldn't. I don't know what it's like to be a cop.
And they trauma bonded.
Nobody
I mean,
here in this thing knows what it's like to be a cop. They know what it's like to be cops. They can understand one another. They bond through that. They become friends through that. They help each other through that. So by the end, when they meet face to face, you're like, okay, this is cool. Like, this is a great moment. But if you're expecting, you know, a Steven Spielberg, you know, top of the keep it in check. It's an action movie. It's supposed to be an action movie of terrorists in a high rise. I mean, I don't really know. If you expect more than that, then yeah, you're going to be disappointed. If you go, this is going to be kind of like a fun movie, you know, just like any other heist movie. If you can keep your expectations at that and watch it and enjoy it for what it is, and understand that they're actually like well-developed characters, that there's little things like the watch that is shown at the beginning of the movie that comes full circle at the end of the movie. There are little breadcrumbs, little things in the script that are well written. Then, you know, you're going to enjoy it for what it is.
Right. That's I think that there was good chemistry between the actors, and like there was certain choices made by the makers of the movie that ended up making it better than it should have been. It should not have been as good a movie as it is. Like the scene where McClane and Hans meet for the first time, and McClane doesn't know that it's Hans.
Yes.
Like they made the choice to they made the choice to not have them rehearse that scene at all. They did it impromptu. That's why it feels a little more real. Like, that was really cool. They just kind of let Bruce Willis kind of riff while he was doing the scenes where he was alone. Like, you kind of sit there going, why is he narrating his own day here? That's stupid. But well, then we wouldn't know why he's making the choices. We know why he made the choices, like why he made the choice not to help Takashi. Is it Takashi? The CEO. Mm-hmm. He made the choice not to help him because he knew that would cost him his life too. And we only know that because he was narrating his own choices. And he and yeah, like the funny, like when he ends up in the air vent.
Yeah.
He's like the snarky, let's go to the cons.
Yeah.
You know, like it was like, that is absolutely something I would say if I found myself in a shitty situation that was due to a choice that I made from somebody else's suggestion. Like watching Love Hard, for example.
That he loves. He doesn't have to be there. He's crawling through his van. His feet are all cut up. He has no shoes on. He's in his white beater, just crawling through there. It's like, man, it could not be like this if we had chosen differently.
Yeah. So, what do we
Hey, Matt.
not...
Keep your eyes on the
Matt,
road.
what do we not like about this? And I am going to be right back.
Sarah, Steph, you want to go first?
I mean, it does show its age, obviously, but again, as a film critic, I can't blame a movie so much for its age. You can only do that so much, and if you get wrapped up in that too much, you kind of can get lost in the sauce a little bit. Yeah, it was made in the 80s. Are the effects what they could be today? Of course not. Does it have cheesy lines? Of course it is. Again, what are you expecting for an 80s action movie starring Bruce Willis about terrorists that take over a high-rise? So I feel like any fault in this movie lies more on the viewer and what their expectations might have been the first time they see it versus what it actually is. You kind of have to like take it for what it is. Just like if you see any sci-fi movie from the 70s and the effects are terrible, you can go, oh my god, this is terrible. But they did the best they could for the time that they had, for the effects that they had at the time. I mean, what else do you expect? Are you going to pick it apart for what they had at the time? Because the movies that we think right now look amazing 20, 30, 40 years from now are going to be picked apart as well. So it's very subjective. I love this movie. I consider it a Christmas movie, but I also don't blame people if they don't consider it a Christmas movie, because I feel like that's very, again, subjective, and I don't necessarily get upset if somebody doesn't consider this a Christmas movie. I can understand why. What I more have a problem with is if somebody's going to pick it apart for its age. It's like, okay, well, it's from the 80s, people. What do you expect? But you know, it's just it's in the time that we live in. For me, if I want to just turn my brain off and I want to just sit and enjoy and watch a fun movie where the good guy prevails and, you know, fights the bad guys, and the bad guys are decidedly bad and the good guys are decidedly good, and the good guy gets the girl at the end, and he also gets to meet his best friend, and that makes me feel good. You know, in this day and age, when you turn on the TV and it's nothing but bad, horrible news stories, like, am I so wrong for like wanting to enjoy something like that? You know, so, but you know, I mean, it does. I will say it does run a little long. They could have chopped the script a little bit as far as editing goes, because it does kind of feel a little repetitive at times. But it's a nostalgic movie. If it was made today, yeah, I would probably pick it apart a lot more.
Amanda, your take?
It's meant to be a movie for the drama, but the core is meant to also be like he's getting back with his life love story kind of piece. It's supposed to be like kind of underpinning part of the reason he's going so hard to fight and win, but he had more chemistry with his cop buddy, than he did with his wife. And them getting back together doesn't make any sense. Like, he just literally proved that he will always be on the job. And that was her kind of her complaint. So it's sort of like, okay, well, yeah. But instead it was just a very quick ending. They didn't have they didn't have any really good moments to kind of show where she might have been changing her mind, and then they wrap up together. Instead, it was just sort of like, he got hurt, so now I will totally be back with him in some fashion. Yeah, it was an okay movie. It had a lot of violence. It did at least have a happy ending where the bad guys didn't win. It was it telegraphed a lot of things. It was meant to be what it was. They stereotyped the characters rather hard in many places. Again, somewhat to be expected, but also it's nostalgia, and looking backwards is an important element when we're just, like Steph is saying, for these movies. But at the same time, those elements were there back then, and people were trying to avoid those things. And sometimes they do it well, and sometimes they don't do it well. So it's this mixed bag.
I didn't have a problem with the effects. I think they were probably all practical effects, miniatures and stuff that exploded. And I thought they did a fine job with that when you consider it's an 80s movie. Yeah, I definitely didn't have a problem with that. Sheldon
Who had a
appreciated
problem
the
with that?
impromptu.
Yes, that's
Oh, so-
what helped make it a Christmas movie. They were actually
Yeah,
incorporating
right.
Christmas decorations.
Yeah, agreed. So I skipped off for a second there, and then I didn't catch what everybody else. I didn't catch a lot of what Steph said. I came back to the tail end of it. But what I don't like about the movie, I think, is kind of dovetailing in with what Amanda said, because Holly gets no character development. Holly's just an accessory to drive John Bruce McLean Willis Like it's just he's driving. She's there to drive his plot line, and she like if you combine it with all the other movies where he goes from like this first one, his marriage is on the rocks. He's too devoted to his job, and then he kind of turns into a good family man in the second movie, and then by the third movie, it's all falling apart. So like, even if you go and like add all those together, she still doesn't really. She's just there for the plot point, for the plot driver for him, which is frustrating for me. Like, she could have had a little more, and like the only other woman was I don't know if we even get her name, the pregnant woman, like she's the only other woman of note that that gets any real screen time, and maybe the nanny. Like none of these people mattered. I mean we don't even know their names, right? They don't matter. The only woman that mattered is Holly, and the only reason Holly was there was to have some more emotional connection for John when he was die-harding through the whole Nakatomi Plaza. So that was annoying, but I think that I'm looking at that as somebody who's spent a whole lot of time, particularly in the past year, trying to pick out whether or not a movie is kind to its female protagonists and characters in general. So I don't think I noticed it until I was an adult for sure. And certainly probably not until more recent adulthood than, like, I probably didn't notice it when I was 25. But now that I'm 26... No, nothing? I get nothing
Everything's
for that?
falling into place.
So, we got about halfway through the show talking about just Die Hard, so we should spend a little bit of time on Love Hard. Steph, I know you didn't get to watch this movie yet. I do look forward to hearing what you have to say about it when you do. But opening thoughts, I guess, can go to Amanda and Brian, and then we'll put a bookmark on to get yours after you get to watch it. So, Amanda.
Love Hard is an okay rom-com, but it's got its own problems and flaws. I'm not a fan of embarrassment humor, and they use it. Man, do they use it. And that's not my fave. They were a little too happy to go in on some of the more less flattering tropes. It was okay to do a little fat shaming. It was okay to make fun of people for disfigurement. It was okay to have a gay character that was coded gay, etc., but be like, it had to be, of course, sassy, flamboyant kind of coding. I did like the diversity of the cast. That was nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked that it was subverting a lot of the tropes, so that was interesting. But yeah, as long as you can get past the embarrassment humor, there is the song that they sing that's kind of cool. And again, subverting tropes. So that part's good. It's worth a watch, but it is a rom-com, so you are warned that it will be formulaic and
Very rom-com.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Brian.
If nothing else, find a YouTube clip of the song they do in there in Love Hard, the Baby It's Cold Outside, because they make it a lot less rapey. They make it not rapey. And they still do a good job with it.
I'm going to have to come in with a defense of that song one of these days, because it was written in a specific time period, and it's not as rapey as you think it is. Like, I'm not saying it's not rapey. I'm saying it's not as rapey as you think it is. Because that whole "what's in this drink" line is a very common thing that people in the 40s used to say when they meant, "Why did you mix my drink so weak?" Like, it was, "What's in this drink?" Mostly water. It's that was a saying. But I can see, like, especially when you look at it through the lens of today, it's not aging well because of the things that happened, to women in bars. So I understand the criticism. I just feel it is unfair, and it is that song is one of those things you can say it's a product of its time and not be
But
like,
you can
well, it's
argue it
racist
both
because
ways.
kind of
There's
things.
definitely pressure being applied.
Yes.
So there is yeah.
Yes, and that, but like, there's also, again, with the culture of the time period when a woman, like, there was a lot more game playing in the form of words. Like, if a woman really wanted to stay, there was a lot of women that came in to defend this song when it first came out. They were saying, because nobody thought it was creepy when it first came out, and they were saying, well, this is exactly what I do when I want to stay with a guy for the night, but I know that I shouldn't. I kind of look for these excuses, and then they get the gentle nudging from the guy, and it's like, I'm not saying it's not problematic. I am just saying it's not as bad. Like, it's bad when you view it through the lens of today. It was not as bad as it feels like now. But anyway,
I think people who will like the song will enjoy a different take on it, because it
was kind of a fun little song that they,
Subvert-
like, the way
Yeah.
that they did the not mashup. They rewrote the lyrics a bit, and it was cute. And did you have any other thoughts about the movie overall, Brian? You were sort of talking about the clip of the song specifically.
I'm starting to come to terms with the fact that I kind of like rom-coms, and this is one of the better ones I've seen.
Oh my god. Oh no. Okay, this movie is a piece of shit, you guys. I'm sorry. I am not a fan of this movie at all. Jimmy O Yang, I love him. I'm actually not a huge fan of his stand-up, but I love his acting. Like, he's also has acting credits. He's done a great job in the movies that he's been in. And Space Force, he was in Space Force. He was a weird little nerd in Space Force, and I loved him. And he acts well. He does well in this movie, but like, the movie sucks. And I got really mad at the end. The whole damn thing is 100% Josh's fault. 100% Jimmy O Yang's character's fault. The whole thing started because of that. Now, Natalie, takes on a bit of blame as the time goes by. But why is she the only one at the end of that fucking movie? Why was she the only one making the big speech and saying I'm sorry in front of everybody when he was the one who did it all? And then he got like hugs and pats on the backs and, oh buddy, I'm sorry, that's rough. Fuck that. She didn't do this. He did it, and he should have been the one up there making the big speech. All right?
And I have to say, I haven't seen the movie, but I did read a synopsis because I didn't want to come into the second half of the show blind. And when I read it, my immediate thought, just for reading the synopsis, was ew. And also, why? Like,
Yeah.
are you kidding me? If
Uh-huh.
that was my friend, I would tell her she was effing insane.
Yeah. Like,
But again, I haven't seen the movie, so that's just
God.
reading the plot seems so unbelievable. And are any of you or anybody listening, if their friend did that, you would be like, oh girl, so happy for you. Oh my god. No.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's insane.
I will say in defense of the rom-com that's how they all are.
Well,
Yeah.
Like,
None of them are
that's the whole
great.
point. It's always, in this
Totally.
case, it's the big town woman goes to the small town man's home.
but he
but-
lied to her the whole time.
He
Didn't
he kind of he catfished her in that he used his buddy's pictures, but
Right.
he was telling her real facts about himself the whole time that they were chatting before they met in person, but he was not presenting himself authentically because she thought he looked like his friend, and
Right.
So it's
he
like
didn't.
the whole Love Is Blind.
Yeah, and then but like
and all these stupid reality shows and
she.
sorry for anybody that likes those shows. They're stupid.
It's just well, like so partway through the movie we are introduced to Owen, who's meant to be a thorn in the side of Jimmy Josh character there, and like, that guy is an asshole the entire fucking time except that right at the end there, and he receives no comeuppance. He is part of the reason, like, okay, so I have nothing good to say about this movie, by the way. The cute little rewriting of the song, that's the only thing I can say that's good about this movie. Like with Amanda, the embarrassment humor is garbage. I hate it. I hate that they were like, all like, she does this karaoke at the beginning of the movie, and like they're all like, ooh, she looks hot, and then she turns around. Okay, first of all, that is not how fucking allergies work.
Thank you. That is not how allergies work.
Secondly, they were all like, okay, so Tag kind of like, they were all taken aback because their face was all swollen, but like at the beginning, she drinks a kiwi drink, and she's allergic to kiwi, right? So she drinks kiwi drink, not knowing it's kiwi, and then she puts a song in for karaoke, and at the time she's coughing, and she's like, you know, trying to clear her throat. That was believable, but then suddenly, no fucking breathing problems at all. No nothing, no itchy, no nothing. And she had no goddamn idea that her face was swelling up like a grape. And like, fuck off. That shit is uncomfortable when it happens, okay?
Yep.
God damn, I'm so fucking passionate about how much I hate this fucking movie, you guys. Tell me how you really feel, Matt. Yes, I am gonna fucking tell you. God! I'm not gonna, this is gonna be the show on which I say fuck the most times, by far.
Yeah.
And that, like, so, okay, so, like, that's not how allergies work. She would have been dead by that point, by the time she
was going for the EpiPen, and then they just show him not scrabbling in her purse. I'm like, oh, she's dead.
Yeah, no, by that point, she was super dead. And, like, her face was, like, super swelled up, and she's just dancing and singing the song and has no fucking idea. And then she sees her reflection in a little mirror that's hanging on the wall of the bar, and then she's, ah! And then suddenly now she's having a fucking allergic reaction. She's having anaphylaxis, you know, like, no, that's not how it works. And I still, the English language does not possess enough curse words to encompass how much I fucking hate Owen. Fuck that guy. Like, first of all, he reminds me a little too much of some specific family members and ex-friends that I used to have.
He delivered a little too well on that part.
Yeah, he did. He was extremely hateable, which, kudos to that fucking actor, because he did a great job. But then, like, at the end of the movie, at the big climactic party where she gives her big speech, like, right before the shit hits the fan, like, he talks to her boss, which, why the fuck was he there? We don't know. He just shows up. Like, how did they find out about that?
Oh, no, he explained it, but yeah.
I missed it. I guess I was already seething by that point.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Like,
yeah. He was stalking the mom's Facebook and saw it and decided to crash because he wanted to see the train wreck in person.
Oh, okay, right. But so, like, then he claims that Natalie was taking Josh for a ride, and that she was just using him. And look, the story that my boss told me her boss told me is proof. And like, no, fuck no. Okay, so like, even if she had used him for a story, which she didn't, at no point were the thing that he did and the thing that she did in any way similar. But she didn't do it, so that's the thing. She did not do the thing that Owen, the brother, accused her of doing, and she doesn't make any attempt at all to try and explain, to be like, that's not what happened, and you fucking know it, you know? And if he bothered to talk to his brother in private rather than just expose this slattern fiance of his in public, because he was so hell-bent on that, like, he would have, like, his brother could have explained, actually, we were in this together, and I wanted an agreement, like, I'm sorry, you know, like, done the right thing. Like, and that's another thing. Fucking Josh had so many opportunities to do the right thing, and he didn't, and he let her take the fall for all of it. Now, the good part is, nobody really holds it against her at the end, because obviously they end up together in the end. But nobody holds it against her, except maybe Tag, the guy whose pictures were used in the catfishing event.
Yeah, they absolutely made her the villain by having her catfish the shit out of him.
Yeah, and like, I still forgive that more than I forgive what Josh does, because that's the kind of shit that women do to try and make a guy like them, because they forget that they're people too. Like, it's
right. That's very double standard.
Yeah, no, like, it's not right. It's super clear, it's not right. But it's what women, it's a lot of women, not on your hashtag, not all women, but like, and like, I used to do that stuff. I used to pretend I was somebody who I wasn't to get other people to like me. Not just in a romantic setting, but in general. Like, I used to try to censor myself and change who I was to make people like me, because I just wanted people to like me, and she just wanted Tag to like her, so she pretended to like rock climbing. Which, by the way, turns out that actress in real life, fucking amazing rock climber. which I was like, I kind of got that, because I was like, the way she's hanging onto the rock wall and pretending to be scared didn't seem very authentic. Like, she looked like she knew what she was doing a little too well.
You should have slipped and fallen a couple times. Yeah.
So, yeah, she could have tried hard. And then, by contrast, Jimmy O Yang had apparently never climbed in his life and is afraid of heights. So I was like, that tracks. But yeah, like, she pretended to like meat. And it's just, yeah,
Right.
there's just a lot of stuff that she pretended to do to get this guy to like her. And that was, for her part, extremely shallow, because the only reason she liked this guy was because he's hot. Because, like, everything else that she knew about that guy was actually Josh. But, like, I'm with Steph on, like, if she was even, she needs to get the fuck back on the plane and go back to LA and go to an emergency therapy session, because how low is your self-esteem that you are thirsting after this man that you know that you don't know anything about, pretending like and she was trying to pretend that, oh yeah, he's actually the man of my dreams. No, he fucking isn't. You don't know this guy. All you know is what he looks like. And, like, also, don't get together with Jimmy O Josh, because he is also a liar. And if he will do this to you now, why wouldn't he do this to you later? Because
It's
he loves
actually
you.
pretty insulting for her character, and just makes her look like the ditz. Because it's just like, that's okay.
Yeah.
You
I
like
just have,
me. It's fine.
yeah, like, I just have so many things to say about this.
Yeah, and they do try to soften it with the whole, he was shocked that she showed up. He definitely didn't think they'd ever meet in person. And then the different attempts at apologizing and trying to kind of explain the situation. The fact that he never really does a great job at it, and never, to your point, does any sort of like she's doing the big apology, he should have joined. That would have made it so much better, rather than being...
He should have gone up there, and he should have fallen on his sword, because he should have been like, actually, guys, Natalie didn't do this. It was me. I started this fucking shit show. Like, he should have at least shared that moment with her. Like, she took the blame for everything. And then she's all like, at the end, she makes
she outed his ass very thoroughly.
She did, but like, at
But
no
they
point did
didn't give a
anybody
good
like shun
reaction
him
for
for it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's
he got
the
no
thing.
punishment. And neither did fucking Owen, you guys. Owen gets nothing. No consequences. He's a piece of shit the entire fucking movie, and he gets no consequences.
That is regrettably accurate to how a favored son in a family works, though.
Well, he should have at least, like, she had so many opportunities to throw a glass of wine on him. At the very least, that's what could have happened. Nothing.
Yeah, she stole the star putting on the tree from him, and they keep trying to do like the claiming that the scene back thing, but like, narcissist is gonna narcissist. So.
Yeah. And that, like, the star thing was dumb. Like, that wasn't the really good gotcha moment. That was kind of a crap one. God, and like that whole thing, like, just looking at that, like, through the lens, like, pretending that was a real life relationship, like, that's absolutely no way.
You can never do that when you watch a rom-com.
Yeah, yeah. Oh no, but like,
it's
yeah,
always
that was
girl run. Girl
absolutely never, like, oh, girl, run to the therapist because you are crazy too. And I shouldn't use that word. Crazy is a bad word to describe somebody, but like, she has serious self-esteem issues. She needs to go talk that through with somebody she's paying.
Yep.
Because
this is the same for when the rom-coms end, where it's, oh, okay, well, I'm just going to give up my life and you can buy my bookstore and I'll do something else with my life because I'm changing everything for you.
Or like when the man dramatically busts into the church while she's literally at the altar saying her I do's, and he's like, wait, actually you should be with me. And then she's like, oh yeah, this tried and tested relationship that I'm in, to the point where I actually decided to make it legal with this dude. Actually, you know what? You're right. You know better than me. Let's go. Let's get on the bus like that.
And they always
Dustin
have to
Hoffman
make
movie.
that person the villain in order to, like, they're secretly kicking puppies so that she won't want to marry him after all.
Yeah, like the other man. The other woman is always oh,
Shrill.
slut,
Harpy.
yeah, or a shrew, and the other man is just always some kind of thundering douchebag.
Yeah.
There's no in between. Like, liar, liar. The other man, Carrie Elway's character, wonderful guy, and didn't win. That was fine. You know what? That wasn't fine because Jim Carrey was a piece of shit too. But like,
Yes, exactly.
Also, the simple fact that she was able to make her choice, and then the other guy, Carrie Elways, was like, I accept what you've said. You go and be happy, and you have my blessing. You know, like.
That's what happens when an emotionally healthy person is in a rom-com.
Yeah. Or at least one that's, to your point, had enough therapy to understand that this is a toxic situation that you have to cut from.
Yeah, and he would have been dealing with that if she had picked
With you,
him.
Matt.
Did I come up with that? I'm sure I didn't. I am not that clever. Somebody told me that, surely.
Well,
Somebody
you did now.
Somebody not me. Do that
I am perhaps
search.
the first person to say it on this show, though.
That seems likely.
Oh my God, yes. Oh God, Love Hard was such a. And again, like maybe if I hadn't been watching it through this like psychotic feminist lens that I've got now, which I partially blame Amanda for.
Fair. That's fair. Yeah, rom-coms are a hard watch for that.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, there's the formula to it, which, as Steph was saying, you have to come into it knowing this is going to be formulaic.
Right.
It's going to be kind of terrible in these ways. They do it on purpose. You know that. Yeah.
They're trying to elicit that, like at the end of the movie, even though it was trash people doing trash things, like you still kind of got the warm fuzzies at the end. But this movie did not give me the warm fuzzies at the end. I was just. You can ask Jeffrey. I was just very mad at the end of this movie. I was like, why did it work out for everyone? That was, and again, I cannot stress this enough. Owen deserved so much more than he got. You guys, you don't understand.
Yeah.
He needed to be pushed off a fucking bridge or something. I hate that guy.
And the family enabling
Go
him
back
so
to this
hard.
comment.
Right.
And
I didn't
then,
put any questions
as long as
about
we're-
Owen
as
in
long as
there,
we're
by
going
the
down
way.
the road, it's also it did have like a diverse cast, which was nice to see.
Yes.
With a range of actors and ages and
And like the male love interest, Asian, doesn't happen often enough. Although I did not read the whole article, unfortunately, because I fell asleep. But there was apparently a Asian group of people, like an Asian activist type group. I can't remember what they called themselves, but they were saying that this movie was problematic because it fed into a lot of stereotypes about Asian people, Asian men specifically, and I well,
Yeah.
you know, like I'm keeping well away from that because I don't.
Oh, I'm going to stumble right in. Don't worry.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
There's absolutely some stereotype capping.
I don't know any Asian
like,
people. I
right
don't think
away,
so.
they made a point of her being like, "Oh no, it's not because I don't know Asian people. I dated an Asian boy, and he was good in bed." So they were immediately going after.
Oh right, I forgot about that part.
Right,
Oh my God.
immediately trying to nip that trope in the bud. But at the same time, it's like well known statistically that Asian men don't do as well on dating apps. But then they make it all about how he just had some pictures that made him look like an axe murderer. And once he put his real face on, he'd immediately get a ton of them rather than it having to be a hyper masculinized, is how I heard someone phrase it, Western version of an Asian dude that was attracting all the pics.
Yeah.
There
To be
is
fair,
no pretty
anybody.
privilege on a goddamn app. If you are prettier, you will absolutely get more hits.
Yep.
And if you have bad pictures up, sure, but also the racism that happens on the apps is quite real as well. And there's no getting around that by just, you show off your eyes and suddenly everyone will be matching with you. Like,
Yeah,
that's
and that
not
was
how it
like
be.
that felt weird too. Like she's like, "Oh, your eyes," because Asian people have the almond-shaped eyes, which tends to make them look smaller. And I was like, why did she go straight for the eyes? Like, it just, I have no fucking idea what I'm talking about. It just felt wrong that she was jumping straight to that. I was like, because his eyes look like normal eyes. It's fine. His eyes are fine.
She
But
went for his eyes and his teeth.
his
so-
eyes and his teeth are not his best features. He has lovely hair and skin. His smile in general is fine, but like his teeth aren't anything to write home about, and his jaw is nice. Like, come on, he
I
had.
thought his eyes were nice, so
Oh, his
I
eyes are
didn't have a
nice.
problem
It's
with
just-
that.
Yeah, his eyes are fine. Like his eyes are great. That just felt
And
weird.
a
that
lot
they-
of times
they
when
went
women
for
talk
that.
about guys' eyes, they also go after the eyelashes, and they're like, "You fucker, you have the long, thick eyelashes. That's not fair."
Yeah,
That kind of thing. So yeah,
I'm guilty of that. But that's okay. I don't like my eyelashes and my eyebrows are just like slowly falling out as I get older. I think it's the hypothyroidism, but I don't know. I'm just mad at anybody who still has eyelashes. So like everybody.
that's fair.
To be
Maybe
fair,
just
it's
have
not
the
a
magnetic
sexist thing.
ones, yeah.
It's
You
just
put on a little line and they
yeah.
magnet on.
yeah,
give
I
'em a
could do
go.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Sheldon, the Asian guy, did not know karate. They didn't really touch on karate or martial arts at all, did they? I don't think they did.
No, they didn't. That was one of the things they did steer off of.
Yes.
They did go for like again, they went for this really like they had to over masculinize like the dad owns a sporting goods shop and the son is concerned about coming out to dad as someone who wants to be a candle maker and then dad doesn't care and is like
Which,
you're
by
really
the way,
stuck at sporting goods.
Not viable in Lake Placid, New York. You cannot make a living making
Right?
candles
I mean, he
in
can
Lake Placid, New York.
absolutely like set up an Etsy shop, but he'd still need to work for his dad for a while.
And at no point did his dad say, "Oh my God, this is amazing. I'm gonna sell your candles in my shop," because they were dude candles, right? So
Right.
that was the perfect place for like him
They-
to say, I'm gonna support you by doing this. Put him in my shop.
Yeah, I think it was meant to be more on the emotional hook, but yeah, no doubt he would also be like probably having to front some money and maybe offer the candles in the shop too. But
Yeah, just
oh no, Die Hard was much, much worse. Much, much worse. Don't get me wrong.
disagree. Die Hard was better. Die Hard was a better movie than but like to be fair.
To be fair, we talked about Die Hard for I think maybe like 10-20 minutes.
We
About how
accidentally spent
horrible-
more time talking about how much I fucking hated this
Negativity
movie.
about the
We
movie.
scared Sheldon away from another movie. You're welcome.
I think
Go ahead.
like no, if you like have nothing better to do with your day, by all means, it's not a very long movie. It's like an hour and a half or something, and it does have its moments. I don't want to take away from that, but like, I would have been. I feel like I was like almost like mad at Amanda after I was done with this because I was like, why did she fucking recommend this shit to me? And I was oh my God, you guys, you have no idea how close I was to texting y'all and being like, seriously, Amanda, come on, what?
I mean, y'all have put me through some stuff this year, so to be
that's
fair.
true.
But
That's
also, you might want to steer off of a lot of rom-coms. For example,
yeah,
do
I'm
not
not a
actually
rom-com
watch Love
person.
Actually.
Oh,
If this sets you off, Love Actually will just spiralize you.
Okay, and that, you know what? A cute part of Love Hard is that she says Die Hard is her favorite Christmas movie. He says Love Actually is his. Love Actually is a terrible, like it's a really horrible, like it's a good movie, but it's like a horrible movie. Like it's a well-made movie, it's got a decent cast, like, but it's a bad, the story is bad, and you should feel bad for liking that movie. Anyway, but she goes back to his house with the signs and does the thing, which is very Love Actually, and then at the end, she's like something about like we should give this another chance, whatever the message was, and he takes one of the signs and takes the marker and writes "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker" on the back of it, and then turns it around and was like, that was kind of cute. That I'll give him, that was kind of cute.
Yeah, they played that
It
part
worked
well.
out.
Yes.
It worked out.
Yeah, they had all the convenient things that happened and all the easy forgives for things. Like if I owned an independent bookstore and a big store chain came in and shut my bookstore down, I'd be setting fire to that fucker. I would not be dating him and talking about how awesome it is that I can try to start writing kids' books now. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No.
It's
Watch this arson movie. Set it up like a Hallmark movie, and then it's just like firebugs.
Oh my God. I wish we had movie making money because I would do that shit. I would love to make that shit. That sounds like so much fun.
Take a page from
It would be a
Birdemic. We'll
dumpster
just
fire
do
of
it
a
on
movie,
our-
but
We can get better.
Just
We can
shoot
get
it on
better
our iPhones.
cameras with our phone than Birdemic used. And as we
That's
saw,
true.
just
I mean,
spend
come
a
on.
good amount of time editing, and
Yeah.
you'll do
28
fine.
years
Lots of
later,
editing.
that movie was like, it was a pretty movie, and they made it almost exclusively on iPhones. Nicer iPhones than I personally have right now, but like, that's the point, is like, you can do it with an iPhone and a good editing program, right? So, but if you're looking for a Christmas movie to be like festive and stuff about, like, neither of these movies really is the right movie. Muppet
Well.
Christmas Carol is a
Oh,
good
Muppet
one.
Christmas Carol, solid.
Let's go with, like, I know that Elf is very divisive. Elf is very festive. I don't know if it's a good movie.
We're
I
back
think
to
that it has good
embarrassment
moments. Yeah, back to embarrassment humor is frustrating if you were if you were a kid who got picked on in school. I find it very frustrating as somebody who got picked on a lot in school. And yes, everybody jump in to this quiz here. You can scan the code there, or you can type in play.blooket.com into your browser and then enter that code at the top. Everybody is welcome to play. I would quite enjoy if everybody played.
And apparently, if half the questions are about Love Hard, it's going to be down to me and Amanda.
I tried really hard. This is like, I very specifically. I'm gonna give you guys all a hint on the quiz. It's like, I don't think I put anything in about Owen, because I fucking hate him so much. All the questions would have been about Owen, and there would have been 30 questions.
You totally should have put who needed to be punched in the throat the most from this
Owen,
movie.
Owen,
and
Owen,
Owen would have been the answer.
Yes, all of them would have said Owen. I mean, like, there was, as in every rom-com, there was a plethora of shitty people in here, but the shittiest, king shit, definitely Owen. And seriously, that kind of shit is cute, and you can get away with it, and you can buffalo your parents when you're 6, but that guy was like 30, and he had a kid and a wife.
The
Come
rest of
on.
their lives, and then also he was just presenting them with a grandkid, so
Right?
like, you get extra privilege for
He
getting away
also
with stuff.
not weaponized, but utilized the pregnancy in a very
Oh yeah,
dastardly way.
and he
Yeah,
had
he
like
did.
the perfect flying monkey is the phrase they use sometimes for like the relative you'll send out after other people. Like his sidekick wife, who was totally just always the foil to whatever
Yes,
he
man,
wanted.
yeah.
Yeah, the ultimate yes wife.
Oh, and she was fucking like there's one scene where Owen is like cyber stalking Natalie, and she's sitting there with her like 3-week-long baby belly with fucking headphones on, playing music for the fetus that doesn't have ears yet, which he does point out, and I thought that was funny. I was like, what the fuck are you doing, lady?
Right.
Like, her
That's
tummy's so
wrinkles.
flat, right?
Or
But yeah,
prevents
like
cut
the
marks.
that's like, even then she has an opportunity to tell him what an asshole he's being, and she doesn't really take it. Like she kind of
"Oh, yeah,
tries to defend Natalie a little, but she doesn't say, Owen, fucking drop it, you psychopath. Like,
Oh,
come
she
on.
would never. But that was as pushbacky as she got, which was honestly a little shocking and made her slightly better of a character.
Yeah,
as a
it made
result.
her less shitty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anybody else want to get in on this stuff? Who else was Sheldon is the Muth. Matt, if you want in on this.
He's probably still driving.
Oh,
True.
right.
So
Yeah,
what?
forgot about
Man,
that.
doing the quiz while driving would be worse than any
Yeah,
of the
don't
other
do
options.
that.
Don't do that.
I would send you guys prizes if you wanted them anyway. Like, I got a whole box of shit to send you guys tomorrow, so
Maybe you should just draw a picture of Owen getting punched in the face.
you know,
That could be
I
the
was trying to
sticker.
figure out what to draw for this one, and I did have that thought. I was like, just like that. You ever see the movie Nobody, like the poster for the movie Nobody, where it's just like 6 or 7 fists just punching
Yep.
Saul Goodman in the face? What the fuck? I can't remember his name in
Again,
the movie.
the actor did so well because that pretty much
Just
everyone
like-
has the same reaction to what's happening. He landed for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like, I fucking hate that character, but yeah, like,
And they
A+
really try to
job by
do
the
like
actor.
the redeem at the end with the sudden, oh, but only I can pick on my brother. da 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 kind of attitude,
Yeah.
and was like, I kind of see what you did there, but and it's funny because it's the opposite of how like there's always that one good friend,
Hmm.
uh, who's in this case it's the one terrible brother. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, that's
No.
mm-hmm.
The closest thing he had to a good friend was like Eric the Stoner, and he
Right.
was like a nothing
Yeah.
character, and yeah, and she didn't have a good friend either. Her friends sucked too.
Oh man, and the cheap shot about having to talk to her AA sponsor. Yeah.
Right? Yeah, after
Yeah.
she's literally pouring a fifth of whiskey into her
Yep.
red
That
solo
was the
cup,
cheap shot.
her live, laugh, love mug. Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking come on.
Yeah,
Don't make
they
light of alcoholism like that, y'all.
they were happy to take cheap shots at several areas that they really didn't need to. It was the
Yeah.
punching down and I
Yeah.
really hate the punching down humor.
There was some good jokes. There was some actual legit good jokes in there. Like the yippee-ki-yay motherfucker part at the end. That was very cute. And nobody got hurt. But they had a lot of cheap jokes, embarrassment humor, like making fun of alcoholics who have a legitimate disease. Come on. We can do better than that. That's just lazy. And they were like, they made this for Netflix, so like they just literally did it for the money. So
I kind of wonder about all of the jokes that the older folks were making at the retirement home.
yes, oh
Like,
my god, I hated that scene too.
I was on the fence. Like when you're making fun of your own demographic, sometimes that's
Yeah,
how
and
it
that's
goes.
yeah.
And I could see that, but and it's played nicely to the fact that retirement homes are just a hotbed of STIs and
Yeah.
STDs right now because people
Yeah.
are definitely getting it on.
And
Go
the
ahead.
part where Josh makes his heartfelt speech that turns Natalie's mind around, the end of that, he makes this very impassioned plea. It's very nice, and then one of the old ladies makes that crappy joke at the end. I was like, can we like Thor Ragnarok started doing that shit, and now everybody does that shit, and it's like it only worked the one time, y'all. Stop it.
Right? And they even repeated that beat at the very end of the movie when they then end with, "What's a dick pic?"
Oh yeah.
Did you have to
Like,
end on a dick joke?
I'm
really?
sorry. I know grandma's is septuagenarian and all that, but like she knows what a dick is and she knows what a pic is. I'm sure she can figure it out herself. She knew what a dick pic was. Yeah. Crap humor. It's bad
Yeah.
humor.
Well, old people
She
know
just
that.
remember,
humor.
if you're
Sorry to spoil that for everyone. They really do know what sex is.
Yes. Oh God. Yeah. Like I'm pretty sure, especially if your grandparents live in a nursing home, they are definitely having more than you. They are definitely having more than you.
just a reminder to eat healthy, live long.
So
Wear a condom.
are we gonna do this quiz or what?
Let's do it.
Let's do this quiz.
All right. I'm hitting start. 3, 2, 1.
Whee!
You guys get to guess which movie I'm talking about. I'm sure it'll be really hard.
So rough.
Third of a second.
Well, you can really hear that fucking
Background music.
yeah, the knockoff Tron music in the back. Nobody got that one right?
I was going too fast.
Answer too fast.
Fair enough. This is gonna be weirdly the toughest quiz that I've made. Everybody's getting them all wrong.
In self-defense, she hasn't seen Love Hard, so
And I-
And she got a couple of
I
them
got
right
some
there
right.
too at the beginning. Yeah,
Oh,
Right.
that's true. That's true.
she knew that Natalie hit Josh with the baby Jesus.
I just there was enough vitriol thrown at this movie that I just kind of just chose the most ridiculous answer and
Yeah.
You know what's
Right.
funny about that scene is like, why was that baby still lit up? Who uses battery operated fucking outdoor lawn ornaments for Christmas? Like
I
that's not a
also had
thing.
that thought, but I'm an electrical engineer.
Oh no, Jeff and I were both like, why is she walking off with that thing and it's still lit?
Yeah.
That's stupid. That's so unbelievable.
Oh, okay. And also,
Solar savior.
they made a scene out of this stupid line, and there was no need.
A
Like,
fist
it
with your
added
toes.
nothing.
I
Yeah.
thought it was a cute little humanizing moment, but it was one of, like Steph said, that there was stuff that could be cut. That definitely could have been cut.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, how am I getting all these right? I'm like, what's the most ridiculous answer since this movie sounds so ridiculous? I'm
Mhm.
getting it right.
I mean, it's
Working.
as somebody who likes bad movies, I'm sitting here going, this movie is a giant steaming pile of shit, and you should totally watch it. And I don't know why people come and watch the show when I say shit like that. Yay, everybody got that one right.
Yay, we talked about it.
Woohoo.
Last question.
Oh, Brian won. What a
Aw.
surprise.
Well done, Brian. Sheldon,
Freaking
get on the quiz and beat Brian.
Yes, Sheldon.
Get a sticker.
Well, I'll send the whole sheet of stickers to whoever beats Brian.
Wait.
Oh, well, that was enlightening, wasn't it? We learned a lot about each other tonight. So, okay, I don't know. So, Steph and Matt, y'all are invited to the end of the year mega quiz, but I don't
Cool.
think you're gonna be back before then, right? Like, I don't know if you guys can come. Like, we didn't confirm anything.
Is
yet,
it
but
like on New Year's Eve? Like, what is it?
It is. What is that? December 28th. I think it's
Oh.
the 28th.
We should.
It's the last Monday of the year,
Okay.
and yeah,
I
it's
would
like
think
coming.
so.
We're
You know,
gonna.
I
We're,
mean, the shows that we're doing are local until like February when I'm going to be there. So. we might
Perfect.
be
Yeah.
able to-
Yeah, if you guys can, that'd be awesome. I'm gonna. I was talking about changing it up. I don't know if that's ultimately what's gonna happen, but we were talking about doing a more of a game show format and having the people that come be the contestants and doing like multi buzzer instead of book it, and
Okay.
and that will make that puts me in a more interactive position when it comes time to do the quiz. Like,
Right,
I'm gonna
yeah.
actually be the host.
Yeah.
But I think it might be more fun to watch for everybody watching. So
Yeah.
Right on.
yeah, so we're gonna talk about it a little more. We're gonna do some tests because I think that I better test multi buzzer because I'm not gonna trust that it worked the one time that I used it by myself because that's not a good test. I'm no engineer, but I know a bad test when I see one. Next week, did we agree? Are we gonna do the Neil Patrick
One?
Harris movie? Or?
Oh, what's the name of that?
I forget.
There's Red One, but what is
Red One. We can do any of them. What do you guys want to see? Sheldon, pick a Christmas movie.
It doesn't
At the
matter
end of the
because
show,
we're
aren't we all
all
winners? Yes.
winners.
Yes.
And that's correct.
It was the journey that was the true prize in the end.
I did get
or
more
some
points, though.
shit.
Just saying. Not to be
So-
petty, pedantic, but I am.
Oh no. Yes. Let's see. Yeah, I had Red One written down. All of them I have not seen Red One yet either. I have to assume it's a bad movie. I mean,
Matt and I saw it in the theater, and something that's
it's a movie.
it's okay. It's
I
okay.
mean, it's got
also
Chris
not-
Evans in it, right? Like, how bad could it be?
You
Well,
do have a
Harold and
suggestion.
Kumar Save Christmas.
That is kind of great.
I didn't know that. Why didn't I know that that was a movie? Like, of course, it's a
guys
fucking
should
Harold and
do-
Kumar
You should
movie.
do a classic Christmas movie. You should do It's a Wonderful Life. You like that, Ralphie?
I
Yeah.
haven't seen that one in a minute.
Yeah. Oof. We've only got like 2 more, I think. We've only got like 2 more Christmas and then the mega quiz night, right? There's only 4,
no, we got
4
3.
Mondays in December.
The
Wait, 3
8th,
more
the
Mondays?
15th, and the 22nd.
Yep.
Oh,
I assume
okay.
the Muppet
Mega
Christmas
quiz.
Carol is locked in, as it ought.
Yeah, we got to do the Muppet Christmas Carol, right? Like, this is our first like complete year of critical
We also
affection.
have
We
Dear
got it.
Santa on the list, and I don't hate that as much as you hated Love Actually, but
I didn't watch that one yet either. I was just like, Jack Black, he's funny. How like I was like Jack Black is funny. It's probably a piece of shit, but at least it'll be a funny piece of shit.
that's an
Um,
accurate description. That's how I would.
Yeah. So okay, you know what? We're gonna surprise you guys on Sunday night. I'll post what we're gonna watch because I feel like we gotta have a discussion about whether we want to do Red One or the Neil Patrick Harris movie or It's a Wonderful Life or Harold and Kumar because like these are a bunch of good suggestions and we really have nothing locked in because we don't have any guests coming to talk about their projects or anything because nobody does projects in December. That's a terrible idea if you are. Like,
Great.
I wish you the very best of luck
Yeah.
competing with everything else that's going on this month. Don't run stuff in December. But other than that, yeah, like we'll talk about it because A Very Harold and Kumar Christmas is the correct title. Oh, because it's Ernest
Apologies.
Saves Christmas, isn't it?
Oh,
Ernest
man.
Ernest Saves Christmas.
Oh man.
Debbie Does Christmas.
Or
I mean,
a
there's
Christmas
a
movie,
prospect
Die
if
Hard.
you want to go more that direction.
Ooh. Oh no. We have to go.
Yeah.
We'll surprise you guys
It's
about what
past
movie
our
'cause
bedtime.
it really is.
We're getting quite
Um,
good sleepy.
Yeah, we'll just watch the social medias. You know, we're on Blue Sky at definitearticlecreative.com. We're on Instagram at definitearticlecreative. We're on the Facey Space. Actually, you know what? Don't bother with Facebook because I always forget to post that one on Facebook's Definite Article page. For some reason, it's not because I'm stupid. It's because I'm incredibly forgetful. But no, yeah. Well, just watch Instagram or Blue Sky, and there'll be a post on there about what movie we're doing. And maybe it doesn't matter to you. Maybe you come to listen to us get way too emotional about a fucking movie, right? Isn't that why people watch this show? That's like the whole point. But yeah, if you want to suggest, like, you can go over there and comment over to either one of those places and comment on the most recent posts about tonight. And like, you can just tell us what movie you think we should do. And if you want to make posts outside of Christmas too, like make suggestions outside of Christmas. I know Ed wants to do K-pop Demon Hunters and do a double, like another first impressions critical affection thing. So we're gonna probably do that in January, and then February is all about robots and the humans who love them.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe Lars and the Real Girl because I haven't seen that movie and I hear it's really good. And it's not about a robot, but it is about a non-human entity. So we'll see. We're gonna talk about it a little more. Anything else? I don't think so. I think we're good for tonight. So we'll see you guys next week, and we'll surprise you with what we're gonna do, like with the day before. And thank you, Steph, for coming and
course.
talking.
Thank you, Steph.
And
Thank
definitely,
you.
yeah, Steph is a good sport about this. Like, you could get so much madder about some of the stuff we've talked about on here, and I appreciate the good sportsmanship. It's because I'm 26. Yes, exactly. I don't know what I'm doing with my life yet. So, okay. For reals. We're gonna go. Thank you for coming and watching. Thank you. If you're commenting after the show, we'll read it. So definitely still comment and give us the like. Oh, and look at our social media, or like my social media, and then like Agents of Geekdom social media, because we have a promotion with them. Go play the game that we're gonna post. I already forgot the name of it, but I've been playing it and it's not terrible. It's a little bit of a time waster. It's a problem for me. I time waste. So, but it helps us earn a little bit more money so that we can pay for that Restream subscription. So, all right. I need to find my. I lost my outro. There we go. All right. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.